All right. Let's send your condolences. Not mine, but let's send your condolences to the families of these victims of these mass ignored shootings by the white propagandists of Donald Trump and the rest of his administration, as well as these clowns within American media who want to ignore the truth that I get to always speak on here because they are censored and their executives worry about Donald Trump pulling away from funding of their programming because they are told what they can say and what they can't say to avoid a Donald Trump lawsuit and the feelings hurt of many people who raise up the people who commit some of the most atrocious shit you hear in America because the truth is never spoken. So let's go into the two situations that took place this week. We had a drive-by on a yacht, and then we also had a ram up at a Mormon church, as well as this dude going ash to ashes and dust to dust on the church. So this is our suspect here. He was also showing the victim of one of some of the ill ways of him, showing the duck. So he loved busting that shit. So they say the man suspected, not suspected, they know it's him, the man who is the suspect of ramming his truck into a Mormon church in Michigan before entering, shooting, and killing multiple people, has been identified as Thomas Jacob Sanford. He ain't from Compton, he ain't from Watts, he ain't from Long Beach, he ain't from South Central, Inglewood, Gardena. He ain't from none of that shit. He is from Burton, Michigan, which is a place which is predominantly what looks like him and his victims. So therefore, we should change our narratives here in America about who is committing a lot of the crimes as far as homicides inside of America. All right, so he has been identified by his mommy. His mommy has identified him. Sanford is a 40-year-old former Marine who served in the Iraq War. And I don't know why that's important. He served in the war. The war don't mean shit. You can't explain the axis of the war for him carrying that. Even if the war is of it, he should have been locked away and committed to an asylum. So he served in the Iraq War from 2004 to 2008. That doesn't mean he spent the whole time. He could have had one rotation during the 4 years of his goddamn enlistment. So that's misleading there. He ain't spent all 4 years. Now I got a homie, salute to the homie Woody, who probably didn't serve more than that as far as time and feet in Iraq and Afghanistan. So says he is a resident of Burton, Michigan, says, which is about 8 miles from Grand Blanc Township, where the attack happened. Social media accounts believed to be connected to Sanford show he's a family man with a wife and young son. Yeah, they're always family people. Says the suspect says Sanford is suspect of crashing the Chevy Silverado, into a Church of Jesus Christ Latter-day Saints. Says while hundreds of people were there on Sunday, they are very lucky more people lives were not taken in that situation. They are very lucky more people didn't lose lives and more people weren't wounded. If it's that many people inside this church. But this is a wicked ass dude. But then again, some of these churches are just as fucking wicked. So he then opened fire with a semi-automatic rifle. So some high power shit. He killed 2 people and injured at least 9 others. Let me see. Sources of the post says several improvised explosive devices were found at the church, which a bomb squad is currently investigating. Since the fire was set at the church, law enforcement officials believe Sanford started the blaze. Here go this clown named Donald Trump. Let's see what he says. Shortly after the shooting says appears to be yet another targeted attack on Christians. Oh, this is where he turns it in. Here's this motherfucking incompetent retardation president and Donald Trump now trying to use so white people don't turn on him. So to get at the retarded ass, uneducated whites of America, and then talking about like we got an enemy, white people, please don't turn on me just yet. I'll make an excuse. There's a target on us, and it's a target from anti-Christians. And then it comes out, Donald Trump, this guy's a white guy like you. Donald Trump, you're not a Christian. You don't go to church. But this guy was probably raised as a Christian. So therefore, if this guy's a target on Christianity, then therefore you may have to go after his mother and father as well. So since you want to turn everything into a way of division. See, Donald Trump is a stupid motherfucker as well that I like to talk about all day. The attack on the LDS Church says comes months after a deadly shooting at a annexation Catholic school in Minnesota. President Trump has said he wants his second administration to focus more on anti-Christian attacks and bias. Trump, you sound like a fucking idiot. Says here's what he said during a speech at the Museum of the Bible in Washington. There's a museum for the Bible. Oh my God! Don't ever go to that stupid shit. And Donald Trump knows nothing about the Bible. He says there's a tremendous anti-Christian bias. Oh, he's trying to say, so this is against the new form of anti-Semitism or something. Donald Trump does not represent America, nor does he speak for the people, and nor does he know what the fuck he's ever talking about. Says we don't hear about it. Says you hear about anti-Semitic, but you don't hear about anti-Christian. Says they have a strong anti-Christian bias. Says, but we're ending up rapidly. Says, but we're ending that rapidly, I tell you. Which he ain't ending none of this shit. He hasn't stopped it because the people who are committing this shit are people who are actually of a Christian faith, who probably attended these churches. And it has probably nothing to do with religion, but probably something dealing with the people in the church. And none of the people who attend church are God or Jesus Christ, you fucking idiot. These people go along with the other mental crisis that exists in this country. Not this little fear-mongering, war-hawking dumb shit from a draft-dodging chump who allowed his mama to get beat up by a white kid, a Christian white, out there in New York City. Beat her ass, tore her the fuck up to where his mother died disabled. And he did nothing about it but worry about some black kids who didn't do some shit in the Central Park. So here's our second suspect in this week of violent crimes. I guess this one, what Donald Trump excuse is going to be on this one? There's an attack on whites at bars on the water. And then find out the suspect is old motherfucking Pinky in the brain head ass motherfucker with a Donald Trump splash over the forehead. And they got a bangs. So here's a white dude with bangs, like Donald Trump says his drop down. So 3 people are dead and at least 8 are injured after someone aboard a boat opened fire into a crowd at a waterfront bar in Southport, North Carolina. And this is on Saturday. Authorities were called around 9:30 p.m., says, to a shooting on the waterfront at America's Fish Company in Southport, located 30 miles south of Wilmington. Officers found multiple people with injuries, and that is that, homie. I mean, so where they find it says, so police have charged Nigel Max Edge. See, I didn't hear about the other suspect, whether he died or not, or they arrested him. So the person is Nigel Max Edge. That fool sound Christian and white as hell to me. Says they charged him with 3 counts of first-degree murder and 5 counts of attempted first-degree murder. So this dude is a done data. Maybe he had asked Trump for a pardon. Says the boater allegedly opened fire into the crowd on land, killing 3 people and injuring at least. Says the boat then fled away. So this is a drive-by on the boat. See, the Bloods and Crips ain't doing no shit like that. Neither are MS-13, the 18th Streets, and any of these Mexican gangs. Ain't no cartels coming over here doing that shit. But old white kids who look like Donald Trump's sons are getting on boats and doing drive-bys out the motherfuckers. You can't make this shit up. But that's all I got. And once again, you dummies who listen to Trump are the biggest fools on the planet Earth and being pimped like the hoes that you are. That's all I got. Catch you hoes who love Trump on the next one. Peace.